Bryce Wylde is here, and we're going to be talking about natural ways that you need to sleep. We've talked about things you need to do, but there's also some natural alternative methods. And just before we start, Bryce, I'm going to point out our good friend here, Winston, is going to be standing by online. So if you have some questions about natural sleep, so you hear about melatonin and things like that, and you want to know more about that, you have your thoughts, you can get in touch with us through Twitter at BT Toronto. So he'll interrupt.
We want to know what people are taking and doing. Sometimes they're doing the right things for the wrong reasons. Right, exactly. And frankly, this is not all about the alternative. That word, I kind of don't like that word. This is often the best medicine and or best techniques, because what we're not doing is getting into that formidable deep sleep. Okay, it's not about the hours you clock on the pillow as much as it is getting into the deepest form of restorative sleep. Actually, one of the biggest plagues of our society, being obesity and the epidemic that we have, is apnea, obstructive sleep. And there's the classic presentation, and then there's the unclassic. The people have apnea that are of good weight. So you want to check out this issue with your doctor and go to a sleep clinic.
In fact, later on this week, Janina,
Thursday morning,
Thursday or Friday, we're doing the sleep clinic.
Thursday night.
Thursday or Friday. It's
you can just sleeping there Thursday night, and we'll be live Friday morning.
So Friday we're going to be at a sleep clinic.
Perfect.
So we're going to be talking about sleep apnea among other things.
That's a big issue. So if you don't have that, there's all kinds of different sleep interruption. There's the inability to fall asleep because you're anxious, your mind's racing. There's waking up prematurely. Stress is a big issue. It's the #1 silent killer of North America, frankly.
Let's get right to the beer hops, shall we? Let's get right to the beer hops.
So what they describe as anecdotal evidence, right, that beer hops growers were falling asleep on the job in the old days. Of course, now it's all machine. But hops has an ingredient in it called lupulin, and this active ingredient is actually inhaled. Okay, if you're in the fields, and kind of like Dorothy in
Can I smell that?
Dorothy in a field
of smell to it.
Dorothy in a field of poppies. Well, these might be a little bit old, but at the end of the day,
oregano kind of smell.
It's a funky, herbally smell. So there are some products on the market that actually make this hops extract in liquid form.
So you want to put this into your pillowcase?
So it's real easy. You take a little Ziploc baggie and you stab it with a fork, right?
Yeah.
And you pour the. I know you wish this was beer, Kevin, but you
pour
the hops in there.
Like a bunch of little holes?
That's it. A bunch of little holes, and you sleep with that either in your pillow, and you'll end up smelling the lupulin in that smell.
Where do you get beer hops?
Just basically like valerian.
Where do you get
beer hops? Is at a natural health food store or a loose leaf herbal depot.
How long do you have to change this over? Because let's say you drool and you get these things all wet.
I would say probably weekly with the rest of your bed sheets.
Weekly?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. So
try
that out. That's not one of the most effective things. I just thought that was a really.
It's interesting.
Actually, our book, Frankie Flowers and I wrote a book called Power Plants, and we included this as one of our top 49 focuses to grow on your own.
Some people say that about lavender too. If you put lavender in your pillow.
Exactly. Like I said, valerian. Sorry, lavender. Exactly. So lavender oil, right? So this has got a really, really powerful smell.
Yeah, I think we're all familiar with that, right?
Love lavender.
So does it work? That's the thing. That's one of the things.
So so what it does is it creates a bit of a sedation. It relaxes the nervous system.
So where would you put that? Would you put that on your skin, or would you put that
on your pillow, or anywhere where you can actually smell it? Okay. These are by far and away the less effective of the remedies that I've got to share with you. But so on to managing stress, as you pointed out, Tina, is really imperative. So this right here, designed by a group of doctors down in California, led by Dr. Roland McCready. The initiative is called HeartMath. This here's an M-Wave, and we use this at P3 Health to coach folks out of their anxiety and stress and help them sleep better. All this is a little device that looks at heart rate variability. Okay, you put this onto your earlobe. You've been to the hospital, maybe once.
With your finger.
Pulse, So this is going one step beyond, and it's looking at heart rate, how your heart is beating. So here's what we know: there are more signs and signals that go from your heart to your brain than from your brain to your heart. So if you can learn to manage that heart rate variability and get a better relaxed heart rate, you're going to fall asleep better. And so there's a biofeedback device that shows up on your computer or your smartphone showing you how well your heart is beating.
How long are you wearing that for to get
10 minutes is equivalent to 4 hours in restful state called parasympathetic state.
I want to get to melatonin next because melatonin is the one thing everybody says, I got to get some melatonin. I got to take some melatonin. When do you take it? Does it work? How much do you take it? How long should you take it?
So, caveat, it's a great question. It is a hormone, all right? And we make it in our own brain. It's out of the pineal gland. And yes, it does induce sleep, and it keeps you sleeping. But needing to take it is different than everyone taking it. It's not a blanket statement, but here's what works. This is something called sleep remedy called Dream Water. It's in water format, and it's got melatonin, 5-HTP, and GABA, which is a naturally occurring amino acid. This is my favorite, most balanced formula.
What do you do?
So it's melatonin along with GABA.
But how do you take it?
You drink this. You drink one shot every day. This has been in the States since 2009.
Yeah.
It's just come to Health Canada approved. So I like melatonin. Yes, it does work.
So people have it at home right now. I know it. You've got all these bottles of melatonin at home.
Right.
If you're going to be taking the pill form...
If you're taking the pill form, just be careful. It's dose dependent. Some people are taking way too much.
Okay.
Some people are taking it for way too long, and they're not getting to the underlying cause.
And you have to get at least 8 hours, otherwise you wake up really groggy.
Well, once again, so melatonin actually may induce sleep, but not necessarily keep you sleeping, which is why I like the other ingredients, GABA, for example, that keep you into that deeper stage of sleep.
All right.
So melatonin's got a lot of caveats, and you can get tested for melatonin. So, Pharmasan Labs, your doctor can do this test. We do this at P3 Health as well. This is a test that checks neurotransmitter levels. So your melatonin, your serotonin, your dopamine, is all feel-good hormones. When your neurotransmitters are out of whack in your body, and by the way, this is just a urine test, okay, first morning urine test. When serotonin is out of whack and melatonin is out of whack, you're going to have sleep interruption.
Okay, so pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
Did we run out of time?
No. So pumpkin seeds are really interesting. So a clinician and psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Craig Hudson developed this, took pumpkin seeds, took the oils out of it to better absorb the active ingredient, which is tryptophan. So once again, in the body, along with B vitamins, and we talked about greens being rich in B vitamins, okay, your body will make melatonin.
Can you just eat pumpkin seeds?
And turkey? So that won't work, and pumpkin seed butter, that won't work, and turkey, there's some loose evidence around that, but taking tryptophan, either pharmaceutical grade or this extract from pumpkin seed powder, does work and helps you keep you in that deep stage of sleep.
So Winston, what are people asking right now, Winston?
Well, one of the questions that I got from social media is about magnesium in warm water before bed. Does that work?
A lot of products on the market.
Really?
So I highly recommend this. We're on, off camera, we're talking about, formulas for children.
Yeah.
I don't recommend any of this, and frankly, the caveat's always talk to your doctor or pharmacist before taking any of this, because there is drug interactions and crossovers. About 20% of folks out there, as we talked at the top, are taking a prescription drug to fall asleep, but it's not getting in them into that deep sleep. But magnesium, and most of us are actually deficient in North America in magnesium, even more than calcium. Magnesium is a very relaxing mineral. It's really important for the nervous system to get us into that deep sleep.
So you could either drink it, they sell those formulas, or else you could just take a bath, I've heard also.
Well, with Epsom salts, we've heard that. Yeah, your body does a really good job at absorbing the Epsom salts, because that gets right through our skin and our pores, and we do get magnesium from that as well.
All right, so what we're going to do now, Winston is going to whisk Bryce away. All right. We're going to do a separate piece online as well, because we've got a whole section. It's bttoronto.ca/sleepweek on what you need to know about having a better sleep. We're going to put that online as well as some of your advice. And maybe you can go through some of this with Winston all over again and with the food.
Let's do it.
And we'll put all that online.
Love to hear what people are taking.
Health also for more information to tweet you up.
Yeah, thank you. P3 Health.